Hi there, it's been a little while since we last spoke on YouTube and I wanted to jump on, give you a little update, answer some questions and set my intention for the next few months so you've got a clear idea of the direction this channel is headed. Firstly, it's fabulous to see you. Thank you for the continued support. Thank you for the continued kind messages and questions and comments underneath each video, DMs that I receive daily. I'm really happy that this channel has made an impact for so many people. In terms of my own health, I've been off sertraline for a few years now. In fact, I haven't had any source of medical intervention for some time, so therapy, counselling, etc. I'm in a really solid place as regards to my mental health. I've done lots of work behind the scenes and I feel like I'm in a really strong position right now. And I suppose that was one of the reasons rather that I took a step back from the channel, was just to give myself some space to progress past the point of relying on medication and being able to kind of work on all of those other aspects to make sure I was in a really strong position to come back and to continue that really positive and good work. So I suppose that answers the main question that I get asked in videos and I get asked via DMs on Instagram is, do I still take sertraline or any other form of SSRI? And the answer is no. So the other big question that people ask me is, like, how do you get better? How do you increase that quality of life and move past some of these obstacles that depression or anxiety can present to us? And the unfortunate truth is, when I respond to people, often via DM on Instagram or perhaps coaching clients that I'm working one-to-one with, oftentimes what people want to hear is like there's a shortcut, and there's certainly things you can do that will make you instantly feel better, but they're not always convenient things. So what I'm finding when I'm talking to people one-to-one, perhaps as a coaching client, I'm challenging them to make changes in their life that I know will have a profoundly positive impact on them, but that person just isn't in the position perhaps to do that at this point in their life, or maybe they just don't want to. So for example, the biggest positive change I made in life was cutting out alcohol and having like a full year sober, and then a number of years since then where I have very limited amounts of alcohol on very limited occasions. Now, most people, particularly in England, don't want to cut that out. And whilst the kind of non-alcoholic beverage industry is growing, it feels inconvenient to lots of people to remove that. In fact, I'd go as far as saying for some people it feels counterproductive because it almost like strips them of the thing that they see as really enjoyable. Actually, it has a really negative impact on your body's chemistry. And it is, for me, more so than sertraline, more so than therapy, I would say, the single biggest positive change that I made. And then there's lots of other things, including diet, including exercise, including relationships, including talking therapy, including quality of communication with the people that you love. There's all of these other things that need to be worked on, as well as being like really true and finding like an authentic version of you and living that life, that do require little bits of work, actually not huge amounts of work, little bits of work that might feel really significant. And that's the changes that you've got to make. I'm going to break that down over the next few months and just make sure people have got an opportunity to know exactly what I mean by that. And of course, if you're someone who feels like you're ready to kind of embark on that journey right now and you feel like you want one-to-one support, hit me up on Instagram. Request a coaching conversation and we'll have an introductory call. If I feel I can work with you, then we'll move forward from there. And all of that links to the other big question that I get asked via DM. It's like, how do you stop taking these medications that seem to control my life at this stage? And I suppose the big thing is just being in a position where you're ready to take the stabilizers off. Always making sure that you're going through your doctor. But having done the work is the most crucial thing. And I spoke about this early in fact, I clocked onto this really early in the videos that I was making. The medication isn't the problem solver. The medication is the thing that allows you to see what the challenges are and then to work on them in whichever way is important, whether that's your relationship with alcohol, whether that's your relationship with food, whether that's your social anxieties, whether that's the quality of relationships and the people that you're with. The medication is like an opportunity to see those things, but it doesn't fix those things. So you can stop whenever you need to, and you can speak to your doctor about how to reduce your dose in a way that's safe, but just make sure you've got the parameters for that really successful or better life set up, so you don't strip away the medication and then find yourself in a position where you're back at the start. Not only are you back at the start, but you're also defeated now, because that one thing that you thought was going to work didn't work. It isn't a magic pill. It doesn't fix all of life's problems. It just gives you an opportunity. It probably buys you some breathing space, but that's it. So what's next with the channel? Well, I've mentioned coaching a few times. So I do have a private one-to-one coaching for people who are struggling with their anxiety, or perhaps need some one-to-one intervention with regards to working with their medication, working with their therapist, and just kind of pulling those pieces together. And if you want to talk about how much that costs or what that entails, you can hit me up on Instagram. Beyond that, this channel is going to become focused on one thing: equipping every single person with the skills to counter the anxieties that they have. We're not necessarily going to click our fingers and remove anxiety from the world, but education is key. And there's so many strategies that I've got and that are out there that will allow every single person, no matter how big or small their anxiety, to be able to counter it, to be able to work with it, and to be able to live a really productive and happy life. So the focus is going to be on that. I'm also keen to share some of that work that I've been doing behind the scenes. So when I'm talking about healthy diet, when I'm talking about gut health, physical health, sleep, all of these things that make up what is a really quality framework for our mental health, I want to share that as well. So not just chat about it on DM, but also demonstrate exactly what that means. So it's so great to be back. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you want to get in touch with me about coaching, by all means do so. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.